Hey, it's Matt at RuffHouse Studios, and welcome to my product spotlight for the new XS1500 Pro LED grow light from ViparSpectra. This video is sponsored by ViparSpectra. If you'd like to learn more about their lights or to purchase one, please visit ViparSpectra.com. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is unbox the light. And I did want to point out that it was double boxed, so I always appreciate that when an item is packaged well. So especially when it's a light that's costs some money, you don't want it to be arriving broken already. So it was well packaged. Inside you find the light fixture itself. We'll go into more details about the light, of course. You have some ratchet straps for hanging. Then you have the hanging bars that hang it to the light. There's a cord for connecting it to the daisy chain capabilities. And of course, there's an instruction manual. The light's pretty lightweight at just over 6 pounds, but seems really well made. Okay, so now we're going to take a closer look there. There's a fly that also wanted to get a closer look of it. And what we have here is the new XS Pro. It has these lenses that are over the diodes. We'll talk more about that and what it does. Also, the side, there's a switch. It's not a power switch. That's to connect it to or disconnect it from the daisy chain network if you have it daisy chained. And then on the other side, you have the knob that you can use to set it at 5 different intensity levels. And then the light board itself, you can see there's a little array of little bubble lenses that are over each one of the diodes. And that's on the 2 outer rings. And those will help diffuse the light. And we'll see some data at the end that shows the difference of what that does. And then on the back, we have the driver, which is mounted on the top there. This driver pulls actual wattage of 150 watts. And then there's also some connectors up there at the top you see for connecting it to daisy chain. On the left side there, there's a couple of little plugs there for in and out for a daisy chain network. This is made for like a 2 by 2 foot area. So if you had a bigger tent, you would definitely take advantage of that daisy chain to create an array of the lights. You hang them about 10 inches apart or a little over 9 inches, and you can create any size array of lighting that you want. I like these hooks that are on there. They have a kind of a deep loop on them, so you don't have much risk of them coming off or anything while you're trying to hang it. I've had some that didn't have a really good connection on that side and can make it kind of awkward when you were hanging it in a tight space and needed to, put it in at a weird angle or something, and they're almost coming off their hooks. So that's a nice configuration there. I really like the quality of the light. It just seems real well made. Everything is sealed and nicely edged, and it's like there's no sharp pieces of aluminum where it's not been machined properly. Really good quality looking light. I'm really looking forward to checking out what this does with a crop. Okay, so now we're talking a little bit more about the actual functions of the light with it turned on. So it comes on automatically when you plug it in. There is no off button on the light itself. So that's something I kind of wish it did have, or if there was a setting on the knob to go to off, but you can use a timer to cut it on and off anyway, so it really is kind of unnecessary, but it's just something that you're kind of used to. The lights are pretty bright. As you can see, that it's kind of hard to see with the camera with it facing in that, so we'll use some filters to make it where we can see it better. Okay, so now we've got a filter that we'll use to make it where we can see the color spectrum in this, because there's 4 different kinds of diodes, different colors. There's 2, the white or the kind of bluish white and the yellowish white. Those are all Samsung. And then the infrared and the deep red are Osram diodes. So that's the brand of each of the type of diodes. And you can see that the array is set up so that there's sort of an even placement of them, and then sort of the little more random on the deep reds. But it's interesting, you see how much color is in the light when you look at it like this through the filter, but then when you see it without the filter, it presents as a white light. So that's really interesting. Now we'll take a look at the specifications. What we're comparing here is on the left is the new gen with the lenses on them compared to the old Pro without the lenses. And you can see that the par value is a lot higher in the deeper corners of the tent. So that really helps to distribute the usable light to the corners. Like I said, this is designed for like a 2 by 2 foot square area. And you can see at about 14 inches, you're getting 847 micromoles per joule. And at 11 inches, that's all the way up to 900. So it's a really intense light, and you can see the spectrums there. It's got the 5K, 3K, the infrared, and the deep red. So you got a nice full spectrum. It's also pretty efficient. It's got a usable PPE of 2.26 micromoles per joule. So that's pretty high score there. So that's pretty good as far as the efficiency and efficacy of the light. Again, I would like to thank ViparSpectra for sponsoring this video, and you can find their lights at ViparSpectra.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you'll know when we upload a new video. This is Matt from RuffHouse Studios. Thanks for watching.